What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwanese exporters took fewer orders than expected last month. Orders in March were worth just over 46 billion US dollars, and that's a drop of almost 26% compared to the same month last year and worse than expected. Taiwan's main export is semiconductor chips, meaning its export orders are indicative of the global electronics market. The numbers also help give an idea of how much Taiwan will export in around 2 months' time. Taiwan has unveiled its first domestically developed underwater artificial intelligence drone, and as Leslie Liao reports, it looks set to go where humans can't.
Open water is tricky for people to navigate. Visibility is limited, the range is immense, and the human body gets tired. But those problems don't pose as much difficulty for machines. That was the thought process behind the invention of this new underwater drone.
这些限制呢，透过这个水下无人载具都可以去克服。
A team at National Sun Yat-sen University developed the drone. It's controlled by artificial intelligence and is the first of its kind fully built and developed in Taiwan. The machine's loaded with sensors and can reach depths of up to 1,000 meters. There's plenty of applications for this technology. It can help with everything from conservation to defense.
像说在那个大范围的这个海床的地形的测绘啊，然后呢，这个海床的海底的这一个生物啊、生态的这个调查。
The drone's onboard AI is sophisticated enough to discern between different objects, including sediment, plastic, and even people.
看到潜水员，标示出潜水员在影像中标示出潜水员的那个的位置。
For now, the drone will undergo testing in the waters off of southern Taiwan. In the future, though, who knows? These drones could patrol the country's seas while the rest of us get some much-deserved sleep. Andy Xue and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
The mountains of central Taiwan make it the perfect place to grow green plums and tea. Today in part 4 of our series, where's the Nantou County Chief taking us? Andrew Ryan gets a tour for the taste buds and a closer encounter with bats, the flying kind.
Most people don't eat green plums raw, but then again, I'm not most people. So why am I doing this? Well, I've come to Xini Township, which is known as the home of plums in Taiwan. They grow more of them here than anywhere else in the country, over a third of the total yield. And I want to sample the plums straight from the tree. You know, tree to mouth. Oh, it's really sour. Really sour and astringent, but you know what? It takes the creativity of human beings to turn this into something that's amazing and edible. They make more than 200 different products out of this here, and that's a great way to help the local farmers. I'm not going to finish this. Local farmers pick these plums by hand in late spring. They dry, pickle, preserve, or ferment them. In fact, about half of the plum crop gets turned into wine. 2 decades ago, the local Farmers Association built a winery in the foothills of Jade Mountain. The manager, Dori Zhang, brings me down into the basement to see the wine cellar. It's called Xingfu Jiujiao, or Happy Wine Cellar. The character Fu also sounds like bats. Yes, bats with wings, who are very excited by our presence. Dori tells me that they left the mold on the walls to show the cellar's history, just like some wineries overseas do. But what makes this place different is that they ferment the wine in terracotta pots. Hey, I hear the sound. There's something in there. 这样我就闻得到了。Ooh. This is 60% alcohol in here. This is plum wine, and it smells amazing. The smell of the plums, it's so fresh.
有一种杏仁的味道，不知道你们闻出来？那个杏仁的香，对，它就是那个梅子里面那个籽散发出来的味道。我们这个属于比较是那种清淡的那种香味，可是呢，我就强调那个梅子籽的那个杏仁的香味，再加上那种酒精这样子混合起来，
很香啊。
对，
That's
一
amazing.
滴就醉了。
While the people of Xini Township are fermenting award-winning plum wines, in the nearby mountains, they're growing and brewing some of the nation's best teas. More than half of all the tea in Taiwan is grown in Nantou, thanks to the cooler mountain temperatures. And they've been doing it here since the Qing Dynasty. 我是外籍游客，我只有1天的时间，你会带我去哪一个地方呢？
不能错过的南投的最多的一个茶叶啊，就是在我们的这个竹山呐，还有鹿谷以及民间乡都有。所以你如果喜欢品茶的，一定要到这几个地方去品茶。
Tea master Zhang Suluan has come up with her own version of a Taiwanese tea ceremony, which she calls a tea circle. Each participant gets one of 8 different local teas to brew and an apron with the name of the tea on the front. I'm Oriental Beauty. Zhang gives us each the brewing instructions for our variety and guides us through the process of sampling it and then serving it to each other. Later, as we sample some of her locally inspired treats, she explains how Taiwanese tea ceremonies are different from the ones in Japan and Korea.
利用茶跟艺术的结合，然后呢，也让生活呢跟这个美学有个结合。所以呢，我们希望台湾的茶是让美带到生活里面去，然后呢，有一点茶的禅味呢，也让我们的生活的空间也好，生活的气质也好，会变得越来越好。
I came to Nantou hoping to sample the local plums and tea, but I got a taste of something much greater. The ingenuity, the pride, and the hospitality of the local craftspeople. Klein Wang, Kama Xu, Peachy Zhuang, and Andrew Ryan for TaiwanPlus. Be sure to tune in for the final leg of our trip to Nantou. We're going to show you a striking 30-meter wooden structure that symbolizes the courage of the local people. Plus, find out whether I'm brave enough to jump off the top.
Earlier this year, Taiwan committed to reducing net carbon emissions to 0 by 2050. Part of that effort is reducing the impact of consumer goods on the planet, with tech playing a major role. Saul Jensen reports.
Black is the new green, when it comes to your deliveries anyway. This is a new type of packaging in Taiwan that can be reused, reducing plastic waste.
我们合作店家可能像超商或者是社区去归还这样包装，那这包装会回收回来，我们做清洁跟整理之后，再给下一个电商出货给继续做使用。
And it's not just reusable packaging that's transforming online shopping. Taiwan's Industrial Technology Research Institute is working with delivery companies and e-commerce platforms to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the logistics chain using AI.
我们估计的话，在每辆车可以大概达10%的节能减碳。
Even agriculture is doing its part. Many of Taiwan's fruit and vegetable farmers use plastic covering to protect their crops from weeds. Now these too are getting a green makeover.
如果它能够就地，然后跟土壤做一个分解，对植物没有伤害，其实它就可以取代所谓的一般我们 PE 的那种塑胶膜。
All of this is part of Taiwan's drive to hit net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The highly industrialized country is leaning on technological fixes to reduce plastic waste in the consumer supply chain. But with most of Taiwan's emissions coming from the power and manufacturing sectors, businesses and industry may have to look further than reusable boxes if they want to minimize their impact on the planet. Eason Pan and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of a T-Rex skeleton up for auction in Zurich, Switzerland. The fossil sold for more than $6 million. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.